All right, I'm going to open the meeting for the the February 16th meeting of the Traffic Commission. Commissioner Rowe? Are you here?
I'm here. Here's the person.
Commissioner Hall, I'm here. Commissioner Shinnick, standing in for
Chief Coppinger.
Chief Coppinger. All right. I'll accept the motion to approve the minutes of the January 19th meeting, if they seem to be correct.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes.
Motion by Commissioner Shinnick, seconded by Commissioner Rowe. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We have 5 public hearings tonight. The first one is number 793, to establish a stop sign on Lynmere Ave at the intersection of Fays Avenue. So I now open the public hearing to those in favor. Anyone here to speak in favor? Anyone here to speak in favor? I close the public hearing for those wishing to speak in favor and open the public hearing for those wishing to speak in opposition to establishing a stop sign on Lynmere Ave at the intersection of Fays Ave. Anyone here to speak in opposition? Anyone here to speak in opposition? Seeing no one, I close the public hearing.
That request was submitted by Sergeant Shinnick. The neighbors had requested it through Sergeant Shinnick.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
To the motion by Commissioner Stillian to what?
Approve or deny?
So this is,
Stop sign on Lynmere at Fays Avenue.
you want that one?
Mm-hmm.
Motion to accept, approve.
Have a motion by Commissioner Stillian to approve,
I'll second it.
seconded by Commissioner Shinnick. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. I'll now open the public hearing for issue number 794, establish a stop sign on Edgemere Road at its intersection of Fays Avenue. All those wishing to speak in favor of a stop sign at Edgemere Road on the intersection of Fays Avenue? All those here to speak in favor of a stop sign on Edgemere Road at intersection of Fays Avenue? Seeing no one, I close the public hearing to those wishing to speak in favor and open the public hearing to those wishing to speak in opposition. Anyone here to speak in opposition for a stop sign at Edgemere Road at the intersection of Fays Avenue? Anyone here to speak in opposition? Seeing none, I close the public hearing.
Make a motion to
Establish a stop sign.
establish stop sign.
Motion by Commissioner
Yeah,
Stillian, seconded by anyone?
I'll second.
Commissioner Rowe. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That motion passes. Okay, now I'll open the public hearing for number 798. Establish a stop sign on Burrell Avenue at the intersection of Lewis Street. Anyone here to speak in favor of a stop sign on Burrell Avenue at the intersection of Lewis Street? Anyone here to speak in favor?
This was submitted from Councilor Seer.
Okay. I close the public hearing for those wishing to speak in favor and open the public hearing to those wishing to speak in opposition. Anyone here to speak in opposition to a stop sign on Burrell Avenue at the intersection of Lewis Street? Anyone here to speak in opposition? Seeing no one, I close the public hearing for number 798.
And this is on Burrell.
On-
Not on Lewis.
That's correct, it's on Burrell.
I'll make the motion, establish stop sign.
Second.
Motion has been made by Commissioner Stillian, seconded by Commissioner Rowe. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, this is issue number 799, parking meter, hours of operation and fines. Category A, on-street parking meters shall be operation and enforced between the hours of 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Saturday, with no enforcement on state and federal holidays and Sundays. Part B is that the parking director shall set the parking meter rates in the city of Lynn and set the fines for violating said ordinances. I'll now open the public hearing for issue number 799 for those wishing to speak in favor of the parking meter operation hours. Anyone here to speak in favor? You good with this, Bob?
Yeah, I'm fine. Under discussion, I might bring it up after a motion.
Discussion comes afterwards? I've been skipping that part.
No, you have before.
Before?
Well, when the motion was called, I figured I'd just, do we care, Mary, 8 o'clock on Saturdays or 7 when we have meter maids out? I don't know if I really care, we just wait an hour.
All right, I'm going to open the public hearing for those wishing to speak in opposition. Anyone here to speak in opposition of issue number 799? Seeing none, any discussion? I'll close the public hearing.
There you go.
The only thing I have is when I first talked to everybody about this, I said 8 to 6 is fine. We've never actually enforced the meters after 4 o'clock anyhow, so now, but we did enforce it at 7 o'clock on Saturdays. I don't know if I even care about that, though. What do you think,
I
Mary?
think you're stuck with this now, and then you go for another public hearing, right?
You could probably get them to do lots for that.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters, so I don't think I'm in opposition, so I think I'm fine with it, actually.
Yeah.
Because I was the original one threw out for 8, and then all of a sudden, I told the meter maids the other day, don't start till 8 o'clock on Saturdays, so I'm fine with that. I'll make a motion
Motion by
for
Commissioner
part A and B.
Dillian to approve number 799.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Commissioner Shinnick. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. All right, this is issue number 802. Establish a stop sign on Central Avenue at the intersection of Sutton Street.
This is new business, not public hearing, no, new business.
802?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right.
But the way I understood the
Through the chair,
issue,
I do have a letter from the Ward 5 councilor in support of that, and I will give it to Mary for the record.
okay, I was under the understanding that it was a stop sign on Sutton at Central.
Yeah,
I
and it's
called
not.
the petitioner, and if you come up Central, and Sutton comes out that way,
Mm-hmm.
that's where they want it, right there, so it would be the traffic.
100 feet away from the traffic light? Or
You're saying
200 feet from the traffic
where it
light?
breaks and Sutton Street goes across Central, you're saying?
Well, I spoke with the lady, and she said Central at the intersection of
I
the Sutton.
think they're looking for it on Central Ave.
The only problem is it kind of veers,
And
if
they
you
want a
look at
crosswalk there
Central,
also.
it kind of veers this way
No, the Sutton's on the
into
side.
Sutton, and then you go this way, so.
So that'll be
The
a
problem is, if
four-way,
you'd have to put the stop sign way back here,
that'll be a four-way stop then as well.
Which is beyond the curve
Of the-
of Sutton on the other side.
yeah, because if you put it here, you're almost in a driveway, it's,
So how does this work, Mary? I'd like to
we table it?
relinquish the chair for a minute and speak in opposition.
I did speak with her, and
or do we table it for
she
the next?
specifically told me coming from City Hall, going
On
up
Central.
Central Ave, and she did send, this is what I have here for you. Okay, here you go.
That's a better view.
Stop sign, either be this side or this side.
Yeah,
Cars coming out here, nobody stops this way and they want to crosswalk.
yeah, there's a stop sign here, on Sutton Street, coming out.
Over here, me on this side.
Correct. There's a Sutton Street, there's already a stop sign here.
Yep.
I think they're looking for something in the middle of Central, which is in the middle of the street,
Here.
kinda, yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go through the motions for the public hearing.
Yeah, I know what you-
Is that the best way to proceed, Mary, you think?
I would think so.
Where's emails?
All right, I'll open up the public hearing for those wishing to speak in favor of a stop sign on Central Ave at the intersection of Sutton Street. All those wishing to speak in favor of a stop sign on Central Ave at the intersection of Sutton Street.
Cross here.
All right, there's no one here for that, so I'm going to close the public hearing for those wishing to speak in favor. All those wishing to speak in opposition of a stop sign on Central Ave at the intersection of Sutton Street. Now, may I step down from the chair and speak
Yes.
in opposition?
You can, yes.
All right, so I'm gonna hand the chair to Ned for a second. And I don't think this is a good idea at all, just because of the proximity of a traffic light. I mean, there's a traffic signal less than 500 feet away. I do agree that it could be made more safe with a crosswalk and maybe some curb geometry changes, but I think a stop sign on Central Ave is not a good idea. And I'm hereby speaking in opposition for it. So do I get the chair back and I close it, Mary?
After the vote.
No, you would stay off until.
All right, I'm gonna stay off. You're in charge.
I'd like to make a motion to table, and we can maybe have the input more from the DPW looking crosswalk and some correspondence with the city council.
All right, motion's been made to table it. Do I hear a second?
Second.
And then we can deal with it next meeting, Andy.
Fair enough.
All right, motion's been made and seconded to table it till the next meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, that's it. Oh,
So I'll take the chair back, all right?
give you the chair back.
Back in the driver's seat here. All right, so that's the end of the public hearing issues, and now we've got two new business issues. The first is number 804, to rescind the no right turn heading west on Franklin Street at the intersection of Hanover Street.
I'll make a motion we
Any discussion?
advertise.
Motion by Commissioner Shinick to advertise, seconded by Commissioner Stillian. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So that one passes unanimously. So that's gonna get advertised, Mary, is that,
Yes, that'll be on the agenda for the next meeting.
okay, and
March meeting.
you'll do the advertising?
Yes.
End of it, awesome, thank you. All right, our second issue of new business is number 805. Establish no parking on Johnson Street abutting the municipal parking lot for City Hall employees.
This came in from Mike Donovan, and as you know, the Johnson Street municipal lot is for employees of City Hall, and they have an entrance and an exit gate now. And Mike did send these, if you'd like to look at them.
So it's a sightline thing
Yes.
from exiting the lot?
He writes,
That's
to
what it
avoid
sounds like.
further accidents due to limited visibility, I am respectfully requesting that the Traffic Commission consider eliminating one on-street parking on Johnson Street directly abutting the westerly driveway of the municipal lot. This restriction is requested from pole A6 located near the property line of 48 Johnson Street in the municipal lot to the westerly curb cut for the municipal
So
lot,
these are to the gate they come out, right?
a distance of approximately 23 feet.
Oh, he's looking after the gate. Okay, I'm fine with that.
So when you pull out of the gate, you're
You
looking
can see.
to the left, and you can't see anyone if there's a car parked right there.
I'll make a motion that we advertise.
Motion by Commissioner Shinick to advertise.
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Stillian. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. There's no old business, and I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Motion to adjourn by
Second.
Commissioner Rowe, seconded by Commissioner Shinick. All those in favor?